today we will be discussing the revenue control, forecasting, and operating ratios in food and beverage management. So these concepts are very important in managing restaurants, hotels, and other food service operation because they help managers control costs, monitor sales, and increase profits. So to begin with, so revenue control systems are methods used to record, monitor, and manage sales and income in food and beverage operations. So in revenue control system, there are two types of systems. So first is manual system and the automated system. So first is the manual system. So manual system is a traditional method used to record everything using paper and pen. So this manual system is used by small businesses, small operations, and then so in this system, waiters write orders on sale checks. So waiters, if customers order, so the waiter write in the paper and then directly so the orders are sent directly to the kitchen. So since it is manual, so the cashiers are calculate bills manually, and then this system is usually used in small restaurants. Yun yung sinabi ko kanina. And then, on the other hand, automated system uses technologies that like EPOS, electronic point of scale. So this system is commonly used in large restaurants, hotels, and high volume operation because it is faster and more accurate. So the example of this is the Jollibee. So Jollibee is a fast food restaurant, and then they use this system because it is more efficient and faster. So in this system, so orders are entered into computer or tablet, and then orders are automatically used to the kitchen, sent to the kitchens, and bills are automatically calculated. So next.
So, a system for sales and transactions are handled manually by staff. So, there are three components of manual system. So, first is sales check. So, ang sales check are paper form where waiters write down customer orders, prices of item, and table number. So, it helps it helps the staff remember customers' orders, and it provides a detailed bill para sa mga customers. So, at ito ay nagsisilbing permanente na sales record para sa isang negosyo. So, example is if customer orders 2 coffee and 1 sandwich, the waiter writes it on a sales check before sending to the kitchen. So second is duplicate check. So there are multiple copies. So first ay 1 for kitchen, 1 for cashier, and 1 for customer. So it ensures that all items na inihain ay kanang ay all items ay nababayaran. So, this ensures na lahat ng order ay coming correctly. So, third is role of cashier. So, it serves as gatekeepers o pangunahing tagabantay ng kita ng negosyo. At also, they are responsible sa pag-receive sa mga payment ng mga customer and responsible for tracking any missing check. It ensures if revenue is lost. Wrong prices and totals and There will also poor handwriting, slow communication, time-consuming, delayed reports, and high labor costs.
Computerized revenue and control system. A system that uses technology to automatic sales record and report. It helps business to improve accurate, prevent errors, and track revenue effectiveness. Types of computerized revenue. Pre-order system. Record order before serving and provide adult trail to prevent errors, or EER, or electronic cash register or fast billing or basic report. It's used for fast billing in gives basic sales report. EPOS or electric point of scales. Send order directly to the kitchen bar and provides real-time data and improves speed and accuracy. It's used of fast billing and give a basic sales report. It sends order directly to the kitchen, give real-time data and improve accuracy. This is MPOS or mobile POS handheld device faster service and communication to improve customer experience. I use a mobile device for faster service and better customer experience. Forecasting, the process of predicting futures and sell customers' demand. Business use of forecasting to plan ahead and make a better demand. Important. It helps the pricing and stock placing and production. It's important because it's helped business to pricing the right amount of supplies, scheduling the right number of stock and setting price, and planning the production and reduce waste and increase efficiency. Factory use well as sales history. Sales history refers to past sales data. Business analysis. This is to prevent future trends in demand, customer trends, or no cancellations. This include a pattern like no-show and cancellation. Understanding this will help improve planning and reduce loss. Market and competitor. Business also look at a condition and competitor strategy to stay competitive and adjust their plans. Weather can affect customers' behavior. For example, I need to reduce visit while weather may increase them. During special events like holidays, festival, local activity can increase demand, so business can prepare in advance.
Forecasting methods. Techniques used to make accurate predictions. Multiple regression. This method used when many factors affect the result, like price, weather, and number of customers. Nonlinear regression. This method used when the pattern is not straight, meaning the change is not consistent. Trend analysis. This method used when we want to see what is happening over time, like if sales is increasing or increasing. Moving average. This method is used when we want to use the average of past data to predict future results. weighted moving average. This method used when we want to learn from past mistakes and improve predictions. Exponential simplification. This method is used when we want to focus more on recent data and consider seasonal patterns. Overall, these methods help business understand patterns, use past data, and make better decisions.
So, moving on to operation ratio. So, just like you said kaganiya is, ang ratio na to is, Tagalog mo, di ba? Kumbaga, ang ratio natin kaganiya is food cost and the beverage cost. When it comes to ratio is, daghan siya there are different classes. So, first is the total food cost and the beverage cost. So, this is just easy to compute just because it's just the total food cost, what I mean is total food sales plus total beverage sales equals the total sales. That is the total food and beverage sales. That is easy to compute just because we're gonna plus only the food sales and the beverage sales. So moving on to the department profit. So when it comes to department profit is one. The department profit is when it comes to the sorry. Wala ko bantay. Sa department profit is sales minus cost for expenses. But sa libro ay sa book is lahi different formula which is the department profit divide the food and beverage sales times 100 over 1. So to calculate this is, for example, we have the department profit of 1,200. Muna itong department profit. But then our food and beverage sales is 8,000. So to get the department profit, muna ni department profit na to. So to get the percentage is you need to divide this. So 1,200 divided 8,000 is pila man? 0.15. So no need to use this. Why? Ganong dili na pwede na bakit pwede natin hindi nito gagamitin? Kung baga is you need to move the decimal point so that you can get the 50%, 15%. That is easy. Wala pwede na kung baga is pwede niyo na hindi ito gamitin. Pero kung hindi niyo pa mas gaano siya maintindihan is pwede kayo dumaan sa ganitong proseso. Next is the ratio of next is the ratio of food and beverage. It's worthwhile of food and beverage sales to be separated. So in this kind of one, there is a one dito sa food and beverage sales ratio is the formula here is kanang imo siyang ilahi, you get it to different. Kumbaga is just like the total food cost and the beverage cost is imo siyang ilahi. So lahi ang food cost ay food cost, food sales and the beverage sales. Then to get the food beverage sale ratio is you need to divide the total sale. The total sale of these two, the food and the beverage. Just like di ba, kaganina is kinuha natin yung total beverage cost and beverage sales and food sales. So that's why, like for example is our total beverage, our total beverage and beverage and food sales is 50,000. So, the atong food sales is 20,000. Then, our beverage is equals to 30,000. So, to get the food and beverage ratio is you're gonna first the food sales, you only calculate the food sales. So, food sales man nato is, ang food sales man nato is 20,000. So, 20,000 divide the 50,000. Pila man?
0.4. Anyway. Ano din? 20,000 divided by 4.7.
Equals to 40%. Kini, how about this? It's already 60%. Why?
40 man.
Why? So 30 divide 50,000 is 0.6. That's why it's 60%.
Wow.
Okay? No need. To be honest, it's easy to get the percentage. You just need to move the decimal point backward. Kumbaga is, kung 0.6, merong 0.6 ang kalalabasan ng calculation mo, is you're gonna move backward the decimal point twice. That you will get the percentage. Okay? Ay, sorry. Moving on to the average spending power. So there is, so libro is lahi iyahang formula, different formula, which is wala di formula dito. This is kining average spending power is sayon lang ni siya kay you just need to calculate the spending power of each customer. So like for example, naatay food sales nga 750. Dayon our customer, the total number of customer is 70. So 70 atong customer, this is the food this is the food sales, this is the customer. So to get the average spending power of our customer is you need to sales divide customer. That's why you can divide this. So kalalabasan niyan is that is the spending power of our customer. So you're gonna divide the 750. 750 divide 70 is equals to 0.71. 0.10.71. So that is the spending and the average spending power of our customer. Gets? Then moving on to the sales mix. Ang sales mix is categorized. Like for example, sa like for example, this is categorized from appetizer, salad, atong main dish. Ang sales mix is gina-categorize siya. In addition, a sales mix may be calculated for the food and beverage menus for each outlet under group heading such as appetizer, main course item, and the dessert. Kumbaga is, pag-calculate ani is, imo sa siyang waon sa different categories. Like, sa imong appetizer is na kay total food sales of 700. Then sa imong salad is na kay total food sales of 500. Then kumbaga imong main dish is kumbaga mamahaling pagkain ng main dish, di ba? So ilagay na lang natin sa 2,000. So yan, ganyan ang sales mix. Ginang-categorize mo muna bago mo i-total lahat. So pag i-total mo na yan lahat is, may mo na siya 3,200. Thank you for that clarification, ma'am. So that is our full sales. That's why we need to categorize so that we know saan nanggaling yung mga nagkulang, nagsobra, at kung saan yung sakto lang. That's why we need to categorize. Because if you don't categorize the sales of each category, is we cannot find or get the revenue of each category. So that's why we need to categorize. Because if you categorize the different categories, you can pinpoint which food is malaki yung cost at which food is profitability. Next is the payroll cost. Kumbaga hindi ko naman gaano to kasi kabisado kasi. So, this is next is the payroll cost. So the payroll cost is the labor cost compared sales. The labor cost is payroll cost is the labor cost compared sales. So example is for the payrolls example is naatay payroll of 8,000. Then account sales is 30,000. So that's why we already compare. We already compare the payroll and the sales. So we already compare. Then to get the payroll cost is you need to divide it so that you can get the payroll cost percentage. So to get that is you divide. So you need to divide that. Then you will get the 36.7%. 8,000 divide 30,000. Diba? 0.26 ay 26666, right? Muna ang nigawa sa calculation. Right? So nga na siya. So you need to convert. Diba? When sa math is if 6 higher to 9, that's where we're gonna convert it. Round off. But I guess if I'm not mistaken, Ate Mayet, is 5 is appeal siya sa background to?
Yes. Oh,
Yes. So the 4 is down is not gonna be round off. That is why it's 26.7%. Moving on to index of productivity. So when it comes to index of productivity, when it comes to index of productivity, this shows that how our staff efficient, if efficient ba ang staff or not. So to get that is, and sa book is ilahang formula is sales over payroll. But it doesn't mean payroll is just the salary of our employees. Also the benefits of employees. So to get the index of productivity, you're gonna need to divide the sales and the payroll. Diya atong giko ay kumbaga sa payroll cost is we divide the payroll by the sale. Here is we're gonna change position, which is the sales is divided by the payroll. So example, we're gonna use that example. So 30,000 divide 8,000. So pila man?
3.75.
Wow, very fast calculator.
3.75.
Ala din it siya bro.
Ito umang ko.
Ikaw?
8.75. So that is how productive our employee. Yeah.
Bakit hindi ko ano?
but but in index of productivity can be calculated separately. Kumbaga is not totally tanan but separately. Pwede lang siya i-separate dahil lahi ang food cells, lahi ang beverage cells, or for the total food and beverage cells. So kumbaga is pwede na to kumbaga is pwede natin i-separate sila, pwede natin silang
Together.
oh, no.
Separate.
As whole, pwede sila as whole. It depends of the company. Next is the stock turnover. So kini is how often stock is used. So and kuan sa there is sa libro ni kuan nila Davis is their formula.
Exactly.
Rate of stock turnover is equals to cost of food or beverage consumed over the average stock value. So that is the formula of according to book of Davis. Muna lang formula. Cost of food and beverage consumed over the average stock value. So to get the rate of stock turnover is you're gonna divide the cost of goods sold. Muna ang kumbaga is yan is easy nga formula. Pero kung you into calculation is you can understand it properly if you into calculation. So you're gonna use the cost of goods sold divide the average stock. So example is our cost of goods sold or the COGS. Ito na lang naging COGS tayo. Our COGS would be 15,000. Then our average stock is is 5,000. So to get the turnover is you're gonna divide it. So you're gonna divide the 15,000 by 5,000. So you're gonna get the 3. So it shows that stock turnover is 3 times. That's you're gonna get the stock turnover. Kumbaga is kung ikapila sila kuan sa ato ang inventory. Esa. Gali po ko. Kumbaga is ikapila sila ng turnover sa ato ang kuan sa ato ang
Like that?
How many times
They restock.
restock.
Kung
Kumbaga
hindi
is
na paggamit ng non-stop,
kumbaga is kapila
ilan
sila
nila gigamit?
ni ato sa inventory, dikuha ang stock, dibalik, dikuha na po. Kumbaga ganyan, di ba? Kumbaga is kapila sila balik sa kuan sa inventory.
Kapila nila gi-check ng
If kumbaga kapila sila nagbalik, that is turnover, di ba? So if shows that high turnover is kung dako daw yung turnover, high turnover would indicate very low level of stock being held and a large number of small value purchase being made. This costly in time will show mean. So, kumbaga is kung high imong turnover is indicate nga low imong level sa pagkuan, sa pag-stock. Nga imong nakuan kana nasa imuha, murag gamay na lang. Di ba? Then next is moving on to sale per seat available. So this shows the sale value that can be earned by each seat in a restaurant or coffee shop. So kining inventory ay kining seat per sale is kung pila ang kumbaga kung magkano yung na-earn you by each seat. So to get this is just like the kining sa sale per seat is pila inyong kumbaga pila yung revenue when it comes to different seats, di ba? Naalala niyo ba yung sa housekeeping kung pila yung revenue niyo sa each room? So kumbaga ganito rin yung sales per seat. Kay kumbaga is it shows how much revenue you will get each seat. Example, sa inyong sales guide, namoy 24,000. That is the total sales, right? Then the seats that are available is 60. So to get that is you need to divide this. You're gonna divide the 24 by 60. That's kung magkano yung lumabas sa based on your calculation. The calculation of this is 400. So that will be your revenue per set or inyong sales. Muna inyong sales sa sales per seat. Kumbaga is kanang pila inyong revenue per seat. Kung pila ang ay kanang kumbaga is per customer. Example kay when it comes to seating is isa may customer mo dito sa isang seat lahi po gimo sa sabak sila. Then next is the rate of seat turnover. This shows the number of times that each seat in a restaurant, coffee shop is used by the customer. So kini is kumbaga di ba ginawa natin yung sales per set ay ganang revenue per set ba. In this and in the rate of set turnover is you're gonna get the rate of kanang kapila na gamit ang set. So example is example of this is your coffee shop has 120 seat in your coffee shop, for example. Then natin isulod niya, nag-serve din mo og customer nga 400 ka buok. Not sabay, but in 3 hours. So, nakay 400 nga customer. So to get the rate of seat turnover is you're gonna divide this. You're gonna divide the 400, which is the customer, divided by the seat available. So pila ang calculation?
Maglingkod.
0.3. So 0.3 is whole 3, right? But you're gonna get the
400 divided by 20 equals 3.3.
lagi. Sorry. Oh, so that is your average rate seat or number. Kumbaga, ikapila ng kay kung pila ka customer ang nalingkod sa isa ka seat. The next is the sales per waiter or waitress. So each waiter or waitress will have known number of cupboards for which he or she is responsible. This will be varied depending on the style of food and beverage service offered. So, kumbaga is each waiter or waitress, they are not obligated to get that revenue. That is kumbaga is yun ang expected nila na revenue na makuha each customer, each waiter. To get the sales per waiter or waitress is one. Getting sales per waiter or waitress, to get this is you're gonna identify the sales first, the total sales ninyo. Dahil, example, yung total sales is 30,000. Dahil, inyong waiter or waitress, basta kayo, pila yung lugar, yung total sales, yung kahon na, i-identify ninyo yung total sales. Then, you identify po ninyo, pila yung waiter. For example, is naman 5 ka waiter. So, to get the sales per waiter, kini mga sales per waiter is, it shows how much waiters generates. Kumbaga kung magkano yung na-generate nila sa pag-waitress nila. So to get that is, you're gonna divide the 30,000 divided by 5 because because our waiter is only 5 and our total sales is 30,000. So to get that is, you're gonna divide it. So divide it is 1.
6. Ay,
6 guys. 6,000. So that is the sales per waiter. So the profit that the waiter generates. The next is the sales per square meter. So yun is, kumbaga, this is a self-explanatory. This is the space of selling outlets needs to be used in base advantage so that achieve desired turnover and profit. So kumbaga is hindi lang tayo nagko-calculate sa nag-calculate sa food cost, sa beverage cost, the revenue, the profit, but also how much will be sales per square meter. So dire is kumbaga is kung pilay mo sales within that kind of square meter. So to get the sales per square meter is, the formula is sales divide area. So divide area. So like for example is just like an example is total sales is equals to 30,000. Then ang area is 100 square meters. So to get that is mo siyang i-divide mo ang kini. So pila man, so may mo siya og 300. So that is the sales per square meter. Kumbaga is how efficient kung gina-calculate na to kung unsa ka efficient na dira nga side or dira nga square within that square meter, kung efficient ba nila ang kanang atong delivery with our services, so that it can shows that our sales per square meter. So understandable ba tanan?
yes.
Sorry, I can't elaborate all because yes. So that's all our any question.